Doesn't it feel good? Friday, wherever you are in the world, it's probably still Friday for you. Oh, my name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. This is a very quick live stream before I start my work day to put out some good energy, folks, to put out some intention. Oh, I just got a call. I hope that didn't screw up the connection. Mr. Friend is here. Hello, Mr. Friend. Nice to see you. I hope you're having an incredible week. I was just saying that I'm doing well, thank you. I had such an eventful week. Oh, hold on one second. Oh, look, I got a text from a voicemail. Um, yeah, I hope you're having a great week. I had a really eventful week. I had to go into the city for a work event. I got there with some extra time and I got to explore the city. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I have to dress really warm when I work from home because I'm freezing in the house. We sleep with the house cooler and then it takes forever to warm up during the day. Hey, good, Kenneth Ford's here. Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday, folks. Wherever you are in the world, it's still Friday. So I want to wish you an incredible weekend. And I just wanted to say, hey, yes. Oh my God, my favorite people are all here too. Lauren's here. Kenneth, Mr. Frank, thank you guys. I'm so glad you made it here. Hi, Kenneth. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Mr. Frank. Everyone's saying hi. Guys, I had to go to the city this week. Please tell me how your week is going. Please, if there's anything that you've learned or discovered, or you don't even have to learn it yet, it's something that's interesting to you that you want to share, please do let me read it. I really do learn something every single day. And sometimes in one day, I'm learning a handful of things. So it's even hard for me to I want to word vomit everything that happened to you, to me this week. Not to me, but everything that I got to experience this week. It was actually quite beautiful, a lot of really beautiful moments. I got to go into the city for a work event and I got there early. So I got to tour around and be a little tourist. I got this cool thing. Oh, I don't know. I'll have to show it to you on the next live stream. And I was watching like families trying to take pictures. You know, when tourists are in the city was so busy and the tourists, there's always one person taking a picture of their family and they're left out. I helped 6 families take a group photo in the city and it was like so much joy. I was like, would you like me to help you with this photo? And they were so happy that everyone in their family could be included in a photo. So I made sure to do that for 6 families while I was in the city. And it actually felt beautiful to do a very simple, free act of kindness, and it would preserve a memory for them forever. Like for them, it's a big deal. Now they have their whole family in this picture in the big city of Toronto. So it was really cool. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Yeah. And you know what? It was easy. It was so easy because you can tell when that's happening. So literally 6 families, all different ethnicities. You know, many of them, English wasn't even their first language. You could clearly tell. So it was just so fun to be, you know, someone that helped made their impression of the city of Toronto maybe a little nicer and think like, oh, these people are nice here in Toronto, right? So that was really cool. My Uber driver home was so interesting. I can't wait to share some of that stuff. I learned so much from this man. And he was an Uber driver. He gave up his salary so he can pay his best employees because he started a tech company 4 years ago. So 3 months ago, he gave up his salary to keep his best employees. He did not want to lose them. So here we are walking into an Uber. A lot of people are scrolling on their phone. And I'm not suggesting that you have to have a whole hour conversation. I mean, I live far from the city, so I was in there for a while. But he was so interesting. Older man, maybe between 50 and 60. Well, not that older. I mean, he's like my husband's age, possibly. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I didn't get a straight look at his face, right? It was only from the side. But, oh yeah, such an interesting man. But there were so many stories that I was just shooting out where he was so interesting and easy to talk to. So I was like, so, well, what do you think about manifestation? What do you think about aliens? And I got to just throw out any subject and he was just telling me stories and experiences. And he shared like really interesting stories about his lifetime. And he didn't share them because like he was just blabbing. He ended up being somebody before he started this tech company. He worked for Toyota. He says, right? He worked for Toyota and Lexus marketing for many, many years. He was a marketing guy. He had a lot of people underneath him. So he's very familiar with marketing and starting this app and technology and all these things. And it was like, wow, he's an Uber driver, folks. He's an Uber driver trying to save his best employees by taking his salary away from the income he's earning from his own business and keeping it with his staff so he can keep them. And I thought, wow, what an honorable man. Like, that's really, really cool. A lot of people, when they're doing business, like, they're the first ones to get the nice car. They're the first ones to update their house. They're the first ones to go on all the trips, right? Because it's their business. So I'm not saying you shouldn't do that if you had a business, but I thought it was really admirable of him to give up his salary to pay his best employees. I was like, yes. And this is my Uber driver, folks. So when in doubt, it's very easy for us to take a quick glance at somebody, see them in their work setting, maybe hear their title, and we assume all these things about them, and myself included. So I don't want to make it sound like I'm someone that doesn't come up with little judgments too sometimes. I catch myself doing that as well. If I see something I might think like, oh, maybe that was rude, or oh, that was nice. I don't know these people, right? We come up with these snap judgments. But the fact that my Uber driver is a business owner, he's met like Pierre Poilievre, he's like possibly the next prime minister of Canada. He had a lot of really interesting stories, and I was asking him questions. It wasn't like he was just talking the whole time and I was just listening to this man tell me about his life. We were engaged in a conversation that was so interesting. So again, folks, our job titles, how much money we have in our bank, our postal code of where we live, how many friends we have, what kind of car we drive, all of these things are not an indicator of our character. They're not an indicator of the good that we put into the world. And I do really think that it's a good reminder for us to know that everyone has an interesting story. We all do. You guys do, like Lauren, Mr. Friend, Kenneth. Like, we've all learned interesting things about each other through these live streams, through being interested in one another. So I think that's really what I learned this week, is if you go into the world open, right? Oh, I even walked in. I know I'm word vomiting on you guys. I'm doing too much talking today. I apologize. Mr. Friend says anyone can have the most interesting background. It's why we shouldn't dismiss elderly people because they look old. They were once young, full of the same hopes and dreams as we have. Oh my God, I love this. I love this. My parents are coming to sleep over today, and I was thinking of like kind of interviewing them for my next vlog and kind of getting out some of their life lessons. Like, my mom's husband's in his 80s, from Scotland, right? Born in Scotland. And then my mom, she's from Guyana. She's Indian, born in Guyana. She's going to be 80 this year. But you're right, Mr. Friend. We should not just dismiss people because of a quick judgment, what they look like, what they're wearing, what kind of shoes they have. Oh, their hair's a little messy. They look a little frazzled. I mean, if I had just walked into that Uber, looked at this man, a little bit heavier set, I guess middle age, between 50 and 60. I'm not sure because I really only saw the side of his face. I would have just said like, hello, sir. And then what? Scrolled on my phone? Or I don't know, just went into my own thoughts, which is great too. That's what I did on my drive to the city. So I don't know. I just think that it's really, really cool. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I didn't mean to write that. Oh, Lord wrote boo-hoo. I didn't mean to write that. You're so cute, Lord. There's a hotel in Toronto. It's called the Fairmont, and it's, a very luxury hotel. And apparently a lot of, famous people, you need some pretty hefty finances. It's my understanding to stay there. So like I said, I got to the city early and I walked through that hotel, folks. I went to the lobby bar, I used the washroom. I walked in there and I took a really deep breath and I looked around at everyone and I said, I could be in this room too. We all could. We all could be in the same rooms as these people or these concepts and ideas that we've fed ourselves thinking, oh, we don't belong here. We don't have enough money in here. Sure, maybe right now I'm not gonna, stay at that resort or that hotel at this time, but that's by choice. And it doesn't mean that one day I won't. right? If I wanted to, if that's something I wanted to. So I really need us to know that like we belong any room, folks. We really do. There isn't anything that's too good for us. Maybe we don't desire that, but it's not because it's too good for us or that we're not deserving of it. Excuse me. So that whole experience. Oh, and that's the other thing I wanted to tell you. When you are doing something, take a deep breath and really be intentional. So when I walked into that hotel, I took a deep breath and I just sat in that for a minute, like feeling present in that moment. Instead of rushing, looking at the clock, I really sat, took a deep breath, looked around, felt what it was like to be in this luxury hotel amongst people, assuming that they are pretty wealthy people. I'm just assuming that. We don't know if it's true. And why don't I belong there? Right? I absolutely could. I got to use the washroom in there. I freshened up before my dinner and my Blue Jay game with like my work people that I was going with. And the paper towel was very luxurious. I was like, oh, wow. This is like I don't know, a cloth, it feels like. So, folks, I really do need you to know that anyone can be anything. We really have to remind ourselves of that. So let me know your thoughts, folks. Like, have you ever done something or been somewhere or went somewhere and felt like you weren't good enough for that place? Maybe that happens when you start a new job and you're feeling really intimidated, or you get a task that you've never done before and it feels really intimidating. Like, I've never done this before. Maybe I'm not cut out for this, but maybe we haven't done it before yet. Maybe I haven't been there yet. Maybe I haven't stayed at a hotel like that yet. It doesn't mean it's not possible for us if we want that. And I think that's the caveat. Like, if you want it, then there's nothing wrong with you wanting it, and it's possible for you. So I really do think putting ourselves in environments where, like, maybe you can't stay at that hotel, but you can go to the lobby and have a drink and an appetizer there and just be in the same room for a bit. Yes, that place has been, has been the world for a while. Oh, you've heard of it. Yeah, the Fairmont Hotel in downtown Toronto. I wonder. So imagine, like, if you're ever in a place where you get the opportunity to just step into, even walk through a car dealership again, if that's something you want, if you've always desired a luxury car or any car for that reason, go into the dealership, take a look, slow down. You don't have to rush. You don't have to feel uncomfortable. Put a cute little outfit on. Make it a day, like go to the car dealership, then go have a picnic and sit outside. It would probably cost you $0 if you packed your own stuff. And then kind of imagine yourself in that vehicle after. Which color would you pick? What would the interior look like? Where would your first trip be? What would be the first song that you play when you get your new car, if that's what you want? So I really do think it's important to put ourselves in new experiences. And even if we can't afford them, find a low cost version of just being somewhere near it, whether it's taking a drive in a neighborhood you want, parking your car there, and then just walking that street for half an hour slowly. I mean, maybe it doesn't have to be like as complicated as we think. I don't know. I'm just word vomiting on you guys. Please do let me know. Mr. Friend says, no, I think she means she doesn't fit into the world. Oh, I see. Is that what you mean? No, I mean, the world has been the place I don't feel I belong or feel good enough for. Oh gosh. Oh my God. I want to hug you both. Thank you for clarifying. I used to feel that way. I used to feel that way too when I was younger. And I think that maybe that means like we're not meant to fit in. Like maybe it means that whatever this idea of fitting in looks like to us, like why do we have to fit in? There's 8 billion, is it? 8 billion people in the world, or I can't remember what it is, but like we are all different. Maybe we don't have to fit in. Maybe we don't have to look like everyone or like the same things or have the same lifestyle features. Oh, we all work 9 to 5 in an office. We're all married. We all have kids. No, we don't have to. So I wonder if we've been feeling like we don't fit in, like maybe we should shift that logic and think like, good, I don't want to fit in because, most people are uncomfortable being themselves. And maybe that's what we have to work on. We have to work on being comfortable with ourselves, being comfortable with our quirks. Guys, I don't know if you know this. This might be too much information, but I think it's just us two, us three right now. So I'm going to tell you this. My mom had a very large chest growing up. I know this is off topic, but so she had a breast reduction. And here in Canada, if you have a very large chest and you have back and neck pain and your doctor gets it approved, you can have a breast reduction covered under the government health plan. It's not cosmetic surgery. I had to have the same thing. I'm a pretty small girl, but growing up, I had a very large chest and it caused a lot of pain, a lot of neck and back pain. And I went to my doctor when I was a teenager, and my doctor said, when you have your babies and you have your family, after you've done your breastfeeding and had your family, then you can come back and you can have a breast reduction. So after my son was born, after a year after he was born, I was about 32, and I went for a breast reduction. The same doctor that did my mom's, she had great results. Guys, I have a scarring problem, and I am full of scars now because of that. So, but nobody would know by looking at me. They're covered, but my husband obviously sees them, and I see them every single day. I look in the mirror, right? So I need you to know that everybody has these insecurities, these things we have to deal with, these unexpected, maybe shameful things. Maybe there's something in our family that we're ashamed about. Maybe there's a thing that we did that we feel shame and we just don't feel like we fit in. But I have a feeling that all of us have that, folks. I have a feeling that all of us have little parts of ourselves that we're ashamed of, that we feel we don't fit in, that other people wouldn't understand, or they would think we're weird, or they would think we're ugly. F all of that. Maybe that's the part that makes us unique. And that's the part that makes our story more interesting. And that's the part that makes me more compassionate for others. So I really think that, oh, good. Lauren says, the older I get, the more I feel it. I hope you mean the older you get, the more you feel like it doesn't matter that you don't fit in? Or do you mean the older I get, the more I feel like I don't fit in? Because I can see that. Oh, I wish I had more time for this call, guys. I can see, like, for me personally, the older I get, the less concerned I am about fitting in, or people understanding me, or people understanding my intentions, or people thinking that I'm so perfect and I look great and my life is. I don't need people to think that. I'm okay with understanding where my strengths are, understanding where my weaknesses are. And maybe that's the first step for us. Oh, you don't fit. So the older you get, the more you feel like you don't fit in. Lauren, maybe that's okay. I mean, statistically speaking, they say most people are very unhappy. They're not doing well. Maybe you don't want to fit in with the rest of the world. Maybe the rest of the world is doom scrolling and watching Netflix every evening and feeling really empty because they don't have a goal or purpose or a creative outlet or something that they're working on or something that they're building or something that they're trying. So don't worry about not fitting in. Maybe that's your superpower, folks. Maybe not fitting in with the rest of the world is our superpower. And we need to look for the reasons to prove that's true for ourselves. We can only work on our identity, like if we look at ourselves and say, like, hey, like, I'm not meant to fit in. My imperfections are what make me like the one and only person out of 8 billion. I'm the only one. There is no other. So I don't know. Maybe that's something we should all work on. Maybe we should have a little live stream about talking about why it's okay not to fit in. Because I would imagine a lot of people can benefit from that, myself included. Mr. Friend says, I did something that affected the entire planet and I'm scared of what I'm capable. It gives me so much anxiety. Oh, Mr. Friend, I'm so sorry to hear that. But I do think that you also have something that, you know, that remorse, that feeling of guilt can really make you find another way to figure it out, to either, if you can't solve that, to try to make it better, to have another task that can counter that in the future, another goal, something else that you're working on. It's not over. Oh, you fit in the chat. See? Oh, Kenneth says you fit in the chat. Exactly. Maybe we find the people that we do fit with. Like, maybe that's the cool thing. Like, we're not going to fit with everyone. I love that, Kenneth. What a beautiful way to end. Maybe we don't have to fit in with everyone, the world. Maybe we just have a couple cool people or a couple things that we're aspiring to, a couple mentors online. Maybe if we don't even know them yet. Listen, nobody I know is doing the things that I want. Nobody. I'm trying to forge this path on my own and it looks really like awkward and lonely sometimes because I don't have anyone to talk to about this stuff, but I'm figuring it out and maybe I don't need somebody right now in every department. So I don't know, folks. I wish I had more time. Lauren says, oh, thank you, Kenneth. You do fit in here. You do fit in here, Mr. Friend. We all do fit in here. But once this call ends, like, we don't have to fit in with the outside world. We just have to fit in with ourselves. And if we've done something we don't like, that is not the end all be all. It's really not. It really isn't. Oh, guys, I gotta go. I wish I had more time with you. Thank you for this. I'm really grateful for this small group. We're really meant to share. So you fit in the right places, and the places that you're not meant to fit in, you don't have to. Maybe we'll leave it at that. Thank you, guys. I can't wait to see you on the next one.